Mr. Diba is a Gambian man whose journey has come full circle. After years in teaching in the United Kingdom, Diba has returned to his beloved Gambia with a new mission: farming. His farm establishment includes ostrich, cattle, duck, poultry birds with layers and broilers. He has trained many young Gambians to run a poultry farm business in the Gambia. In this video, we make a visit to his groundnut farm where he shows us more on his groundnut projects. You can check the other video where we do a tour of his other farms in the description below.
I have the pleasure to come to the farm this morning to show you exactly why we took up animal husbandry and I see poultry farming and a lot of things together. We have bakery, you see, as well. We also bake a lot of bread around, and hope to be training some youths also in bakery. We have also that good opportunity. You see, and animal husbandry must go with farming. And you see, as the old saying goes, you must make hay while the sun shines. So you can see now where we are. You see, this is yet to be ripe. It is almost going to be 2 months, 2 weeks.
2 weeks, okay.
And I am sure if rain continues, we will get what we want, actually. But the reason why we have definitely come up with farming is we have cattle, we have sheep, we have goat, and the like. And they cannot survive without hay. And this is, of course, not only going to provide hay for us, but groundnut as a cash crop of this country. So it is important that we come to the farm, which is 1.5 hectares, which we couldn't do yesterday, but today we have done it. And definitely it is going to help us a lot in making sure that our animals are well fed. And I hope when we harvest, it will be a bumper harvest. Once we are walking through now, you will believe that there isn't anything more than staying in an urban area, very fertile, land, as you can see, almost 1.5 hectares of a groundnut farm can yield a lot of bags and bags and bags of groundnuts. And you see, the advantage of animal husbandry is I have not bought fertilizer for the farm. What I used as a fertilizer, is you see, the manure that my chicks have produced.
Wow, that's the
See,
you are using.
yeah, I had to bag them in many bags after sowing my granules. After 1 week, then I'll just come and apply my manure.
Wow.
Okay, so definitely, and this is the type of farming that the present world or the present market is interested in. You see, this is natural manure. You see, not an organized type of organic manure. No, this is real manure that the chicks have produced. Yes, and that's from the poultry farm. You see, the sheep, the goats we have can give us a lot of manure for the whole year. If you calculate the number of bags that you can get to manure your coos farm, to manure your groundnut farm, to manure your beans, and whatever you want to put inside the soil can definitely help. You know, can definitely help anybody around you. Not only, our families alone, but even this community where I have come to do the farm. You see, they can definitely benefit a lot from it. They can eat the nuts. I can also give them some hay if they don't have hay, and you see, it's really benevolent. Really benevolent. If you have questions, you can throw them as we are walking about now. Almost, that's the terminal point of the farm. And it stretches right away almost, yes. You see, as far as I'm pointing, you can see the taller grass is where we have stopped.
So we are talking right, somebody or someone may in here or there, maybe there will be interest of joining hand or a joint business, like a joint farming. So right now this is 1.5 hectares.
1.5 hectares.
1.5 hectares. Somebody or someone maybe need or 10 or 50 hectares for groundnut farming. So are you ready for that?
We have vast land.
Okay.
We have, I have about 5 different plots of about 250 meters by 250 meters. That is all meant for farming. All meant for farming. So, I mean, space is not our problem. Land is not our problem. Our problem is how can we motivate the youths around to take part in this type of farming, which does not take you more than 3 weeks. You can clear your farm within 1 week. You can sow thrice of this farm within 3 days or 4 days, if you have the implements. You see, I have a horse, and then you see, I have also my sign hose, my sewing machine. And
use the cows.
That's right. So I am using my cattle, I am using my horse. You see, I have got 2 horses. So all these are things that can help people to get your food, and then encourage others, the youths, whoever may be interested in self-development. What can you do for yourself? Are you going to be a big man, a very strong person who sits down to only drink attaya, drink your tea and sit down without going to the farm and exercising, which is good for your health? You see, I am almost 70 years old.
Wow.
Yes, almost 70 years old. But I still go to the farm. I still look, I think, healthy and strong to be able to do this work. And I can do thrice of this work. And when I was actively involved in farming, you ask anybody who knows me in this community, I do score over 200 bags of groundnuts.
Every year.
Every year, over 200 bags of groundnuts. And a bag is almost 10 to, about 200 kilograms. That's the big, tall bag. Over 200 kilograms. If I can get 200 of that from this land, which I have done so many years, I think anybody else should be able to do that. So it all depends on who you are, and what you want to show your community, you see, to emulate what you are doing, and then make sure that there isn't anybody who will say, well, it is raining, I don't have something to do.
Right now, I got some 3 minutes to go, but I want you to advise our Gambian brothers or our African brothers who sit and read to that Gambia is hard or Africa is hard. A lot of youths are trying this down way, this rough way, this bad way to Italy, Germany. What kind of advice do you have for them to stay, for us to grow what we eat and eat what you grow? Because there's no place like home.
Yeah. All those are signs of cowardice. Yes. You run and leave your country to go to another country. What do you expect to do in that country? Are those people sitting down?
No.
I have been in the UK for 8 good years. I did my bachelor's and my master's in the UK. And I was reading and I was working as a student for 20 hours per day. On Saturdays and Sundays, I go to work. When I close early, if I'm asked to go for any shift, I do go for that shift. And still, you see, doing my academic work. So I had 2 things to do, academic work, and when I am free, I go to do some work and get something to support myself and my family here. So that's a harder task than what is happening now. When you go to Europe, leave the Gambia and go to Europe and see. You are welcomed, you go to your room, you sit down, you have your nice coffee, have your dinner. If you stay with your own brother, after 1 week he will tell you, my boy, let us go out and try to get something. Because conditions, the life conditions are different. But you cannot consume electricity. You cannot consume gas for a whole month and then use his telephone and then increase his bills. And you still, as a young man, sit down expecting to be fed. That's quite impossible. We have lived there. We know what you should do to survive. We know what you should do to make money to come to this country and build your house. So it's better you stay here, reap what is reapable here, in the Gambia here, and that is go and do horticulture. Small garden. Okay? I am even rearing local chicks. You see, you saw it in the farm. These are local chicks that I have just gathered around and then trying to change their breed. You see, if you have a very good breed, you can go and buy as many local chicks as possible and come and mix them together. You'll get your eggs, you will get meat, and you'll be able to even live much longer than even trying to buy some other chicks like broilers and layers, and you still keep on buying feed for them. A bag of feed now is $2,050 for a broiler bag. $2,050. If they were local chicks, which I have now started, I am so in the next 6 months, I may even live, broiler, brewing. Yeah, yes. I can continue with my local, breeds.
So what will be your last message to our brothers, African brothers, Gambian brothers who live in abroad for so many years, 20, 30, 40 years, and they never get back to Africa? Like in each and every video of Nice Gambia, we always call for repatriation because Africa is belong for the Africans. So even themselves, they cannot repatriate to Africa, but they invest in our motherland, in African land, so that we can develop and move the country further or our nation further.
Sorry, before you go into that, I think, look here, why not we do that in the bakery video? Because this video will be continuing to the bakery farm.
Yeah, that's to the bakery. That's fine. That's fine.
I think this advice will be more suitable than when we did that video already. Then you give your final advice.
That's and our closing remarks.
Inshallah.
Well, that could be possible.
Yeah. So
So
follow
stay
us.
tuned.
Okay.
Yes, to the bakery farm.
Farm.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes.